Hey everybody, happy Mother's Day, and we're going to do an old school shave today on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey everybody, welcome to Sunday, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and happy Mother's Day to all you guys watching on YouTube. Hope everybody's doing well for a Sunday. I said this was going to be an old school shave because normally Sundays I do a straight shave for you folks. And by the way, we're just at 1,400, so 100 more, and we'll do the big giveaway. Today, we're using Williams Mug Soap, one of the best, one of the ones that's been around forever, one of the slickest soaps on the planet. I did bowl lather today in my Captain's Choice bowl. I don't bowl lather that often, but yeah, I felt like doing it today. Now, as to the razor, you could call this the Space Shave, the NASA Shave, the Apollo 11 Shave, because Michael Collins used this razor when they were in TLI, or translunar injection, on the way to the moon. And everything else. So this is the Gillette Techmatic. Now I've done a shave with this before. This cartridge pops off, and then you've got a spool of blade in there, and you just advance it as you need to. It's got a perfect angle. Not the greatest, sharpest blades in the world, but it's nice. Very easy to shave with. And I've been accused of having the last of these cartridges available because I bought a huge lot of these cartridges that were NOS. So I've got a box full of these. So these will last for the rest of my life. Neat thing about it is you advance that little strip in there that's the blade. You advance that by just pushing it forward. And then, of course, it is adjustable from 0 to 9. And then, of course, it tells you how many shaves are on the... or how many, I'm sorry, not how many shaves, but how many shaves are left before the end of the cartridge. So that's kind of cool. Fun razor to use. Something different. So I hope everybody's planning on taking mom out to a nice dinner or a brunch or whatever it is you guys do, because they put up with all the crap that we do, including this. And speaking of this, if you like what you see on the channel and you'd like to get a lot more content, come and join us at www.theshavingcadre.com. We do feel that we are the best wet shaving and traditional shaving and gentleman's forum, because it's a bunch of subjects besides just shaving. We're not the biggest, but we do feel that we are the best. And again, we are the only self-moderated forum of this kind on the interwebs. Like I said, we don't have hundreds of thousands of members, but the members that we do have are nice, non-confrontational, and we think of ourselves as a big family. Probably one of the few forums that does Zoom calls and game nights, and we have our very own conference that we do every year. So come and join us. It's free to join. Just make sure you read the terms of usage and everything else. And the only moderators are myself and my two partners, Chris Lindsay and Chad Vargo. That's it. We do have a crack concierge staff that will help you navigate, answer any questions you have. So just good stuff all the way around. Again, that's www.theshavingcadre.com. And if you like live talk show style shows on YouTube, then come see me and my good buddy Nurse Dave at Drinks and Dave's. It's every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Mountain Standard Time. And over the last couple of weeks, or actually the last 2 weeks, we've been doing a vodka tasting. Different vodkas and stuff like that. And we're down to the finals. We got the top 5. But we're taking a little bit of a break for that because Tuesday, and this will be an epic show, Tuesday we are doing a hot sauce challenge. Our good buddies and members KJ and Amber put together a series of 10 hot sauces that we are going to try. Now, if you caught my buddy Nurse Dave's video yesterday, he's not as excited about it as I am. But we shall see. And KJ and Amber are going to kind of guide us through it. Very similar, but not quite the production value, I'm sure, of the hot ones. And I'm sure that KJ was reasonably nice to us both and not bringing out Pepper X or whatever that monster is. But I'm looking forward to it because I'm somewhat of a chili head. I like hot things, so we'll see. So join us, Drinks and Daves, Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Mountain Standard Time on YouTube. The thing I like about the Techmatic is it's kind of a no-brainer shave. You just put it to your face, the angle's correct, and everything else. And it's not going to give you that monstrous dolphin smooth baby butt smooth shave, but it's pretty close. And you couple that with Williams, and it's just good stuff all the way around. The brush I'm using today is a Rubber Set 404, one of the originals, and it does not have the original bore brush that was in it. This was reknotted with a TGN Finest knot, and I got this from one of our members on the Cadre Celestino, the master of photography, as we call him. I bought this from him, oh geez, back in the old days at the old forum. And I've been using it ever since. Williams is also one of the only soaps that I'll actually do a post-shave rinse with it because I usually have enough left over. Well, we're finally at 1,400 or thereabouts, $13.99, 1,400. So again, only 100 more, and we'll do a big giveaway when we reach 1,500. And I do want to say thank you to everybody. I try to get back to all the comments as best I can. And sometime this week or maybe next week, I'm going to do kind of a rant on some of the things I've been seeing on YouTube from not only other wet shavers, but also, believe it or not, from manufacturers. And talking about bad advice for shaving, and I find them mostly incorrect. From a barber standpoint, I do this professionally. But more importantly, the fact that, in my opinion, unless it's blatant, there really is no bad advice. Because what guys on YouTube are doing is sharing their method. And their method is what works for them. Now, it's your shave. You do whatever method you want. You know, if you want to shave with a popsicle stick and a pair of hedge trimmers, man, go for it if it works for you. So people that come on and say, oh, this is bad advice, this is bad advice. Well, from their perspective, it may be bad advice because of what works for them. For other people, it may be fine advice. So I think there's too much, oh, I'm the expert type of things because I do this or I do that, or because I manufacture some of the best razors on the planet. So it's nothing against them, but just because you make razors doesn't make you an expert in shaving. Although all the razors that a manufacturer may make may be the best in the market. And I would say they are because I probably have them all. But anyways, I digress. We'll go over that probably in the next couple of days or maybe even next week. Okay, as I said, I've got a bunch of soap left over, and for some reason, Williams is the one that I will squeeze all the lather out of the brush. Not that this does anything other than just feels good. So I use it as a post shave, plus it doesn't, waste as much. Well, I guess it does. It all goes down the drain anyway. Then I'll just do a quick rinse. Just wonderful stuff. And I think you'll be hard pressed to find a slicker soap than Williams. Especially, well, what used to be the price point. I mean, you could get these between 50 cents and $1 a puck when your major retailers carried them. Now they don't, unfortunately, because Williams is no longer in business. So let's see how we did. Nothing on the alum. And the one thing I will say for the Techmatic is that, like I said, you can adjust it as aggressive or not, and then just advance it. I usually advance it every about 3 shaves because I figure I do 3 passes each shave. So about 3 shaves total. Just a wonderful, and then you just pop that off and the cartridge comes out. You put a new cartridge in. Fun razor. And for me, much like the Omega Speedmaster, Moonwatch, it's a piece of history. Even though this Techmatic is not the one that went with Michael Collins, that I think is sitting in the along with the tube of Williams, because it was a cream, is sitting in the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, I believe. But it's a representation. So anyhow, again, the Techmatic, Gillette Techmatic, this has got the Gillette cartridge in it, the rolling cartridge. For our brush today, we used a Rubber Set 404 with a TGN Finest. And of course, good old Williams mug soap, and it was bowl lathered, which, like I said, I don't do that often, but for some reason with Williams I like to, because I try to keep the, I take the soap off the alternate side of the puck, so the original mug logo is still in existence. Why I do that, I don't know. I've got probably 6 or 7 pucks left, but I try to make them last. That's why when I do the Williams Challenge that KJ puts on every year, I try to go through it as quickly as possible. Very nice shave today. I am not sure what we're doing for Mother's Day. We may have Chinese food. I don't know. The witch hazel we used today was Quinn's pink grapefruit and orange rind. It's going to be 90 plus here today, so a nice bright scent. And I'm not doing any EDP today, but for our aftershave, we are going to use one of the best still, Aqua Velva Ice Blue. Now this is the original glass bottle. The juice is not original. This is the after stuff, so it's not quite as good as the old stuff, but still it has that wonderful old school barbershop menthol, almost antiseptic fragrance, but it feels great, nice and cooling and stuff like that. And what I usually do when I use that is I'll put a base layer down, I'll put some talc on, and then I'll use it some more, since I'm not going to be using an EDP today. And this time of year, in my opinion, talc is a must. Whether you do it by talc cannon, as my buddy Bill M does, or with a brush, right into it. Out of all the talcs, the Clubman talc, which is what we're using today, Barber's favorite. I use this every day in the shop, and for both shaves and haircuts, because obviously when I do a haircut, I shave the sideburn area around and down the back of the neck, and the talc just really smooths everything out. And then again, I'll put a little bit more aftershave on, since that's all I'm using. Well, guess what, kids? That's it. We certainly appreciate you joining us today. We're at 1,400 or thereabouts. We'll be at 1,500 before you know it. So please, please, please tell all your friends to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that kind of good stuff. We certainly do appreciate each and every one of you. And again, come and see us at The Shaving Cadre, www.theshavingcadre.com. And come and see us at Drinks and Dave's on YouTube every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. And this one's the Hot Sauce Show, so this should be fun. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and happy Mother's Day to all you hooligans. Have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.